Hey guys, Travis, TK Lighting Design. I'm going to go over a couple quick tips and tricks here for lighting layout and lighting design, and you can use them however you like for your residential and commercial projects. You can see here, this is a hallway on a project that we worked on for residents in Sandpoint, and actually flip around here and kind of see it's my background picture. It just doesn't have all the layers of light and some colors, and it's daytime out, but yeah, kind of shows you how you can transform a space with the lighting here. Right now, we're focused on this little nook area, this hallway. And what you can do is there's lighting layout. Sometimes we do that too, where we just lay out the cans. And then there's also lighting design where you intentionally create contrast and feel. Maybe you're going to have some art on this wall and you want to highlight that art. You don't want to just flood the space with light because then it doesn't separate the art, or call attention to it. You want to focus in on that art. Or maybe you want to do some, floor lighting either through step lights or a linear light. They can actually do a lot now with like LED and LED tape light. There's quite a few different options. I'm actually just going to show you here because that's a lot easier. I'm going to dim this down so it's kind of, we'll go the other way. So it's kind of dusk, and you can get the feel of electric light. This is the typical CAN layout. There's nothing wrong with that. We do that too when the client asks. Um, those are kind of like the equivalent, just putting like the LED trim inserts that are where the light is really low and flat um, uh, to the bottom of the trim. And actually, you can kind of see this program. It's showing the lights going through here. That's not the way it works in the real world. So you got to go and enable all the shadows on actually all of these. And that's how it would look. You get that concentrated light right through here, through the hallway. It's nice and bright. Uh, that is not a bad way to go. Um, the other option is you get recessed downlights with optics, and something like that might look like this even, you know, and then you kind of do the same spacing, um, something like that. And, you can have the dark spots, if you like that. If you want more even, you get something with maybe a wider beam angle. Oh, that one's not going to do it for us. Maybe a little bit more output, but then, you kind of have a darker ceiling as well, but you're getting a lot more light to the floor. That's very useful in spaces where you need adequate light. You want to get functional light into the space. Since it's a hallway, we really don't need a ton of light. Um, it's really all you're doing is walking through it, or a lot of times the light that bounces off the wall will provide light that bounces, it's bounce light, and it comes back into the space here. Let's see if I can show you. We'll aim this towards the wall, pretend there's a picture hanging there. You can actually, if you're familiar with Twinmotion, it's very, very helpful tool for showing people what projects could look like. It's not great for like photometrics and foot candle calcs because it doesn't do any of that. Um, but you can come in here and it's the most powerful visualization tool that I've found for lighting and showing people, giving them an idea of what it will look like. And you can come in here and take this product and you can actually get the IES file. For those of you who don't know what an IES file is, it's a photometric reading of the light fixture itself um, that gives computer programs an idea of how much light it's going to throw out. And you can come here and open it up and plug in your IES file. And it's still not like the other photometric tools, but it's a very, very useful tool. If you want to give the client an idea, you can really come here and search art, and you can come, oh, that's not any art that we want right now. Maybe we search um, pictures, and you come here and get this picture frame. I want that. You click download. And it's running slow, so slow. Hmm. let's see if I can give you an idea of something else here. And this one picture frame, you come here and you set it right there. And you can do materials. You can add a material right there to it. And if you want, you can literally come here to, there's a material select tool right here. You would want your own, not a material that's from the existing, and just apply it to the object itself, not all the material within the project. But then you come down and drum roll please, finding it texture right here. Open up, you can come in and literally put in a image, and it should throw it up there on there so people can maybe see what it would look like. Let's see, like that. That really, let's see if I know what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, oh yeah, here we go. We'll stretch it and we'll rotate this sucker 90 degrees. Oh, excuse me, 270. There you go. And then we'll zoom out, and then we'll offset X, offset Y. I mean, there you go. You kind of get the idea. I obviously want the tint anymore. I want it to be white, so it's clear. And we can mess around with it a little bit more in the future too, but this is more about the lighting placement. To show you, you can place that, if they have a couple, you would specify in an adjustable light so that way it can be aimed and focused in on their art. And maybe even something now like the Ketra where you can change the color to make the fixture. You change the color of the light itself and it makes the color on the fixture look or appear different. You can see the warmer, it makes the oranges pop on that versus you go wider, it's kind of blues are going to more pop than the grays. Very powerful if you can do color tuning or even add in, color on the light, it will change the picture itself. It's pretty cool. But for right now, we'll just go back down to 3000K. We'll delete that picture. Delete this light. So techniques that you can do so far is just the general can inserts like that. You can do, if you don't want to do that, you can do something with optics, which would be honestly just even something like this. 1, 2, 3. That's not exact, but gives you some good light. And it's not glary. But if you want, you can actually do like little step lights that would be coming out of the wall here. They make them now where they literally fit in a single gang box, and it would be, kind of washed in there, and it would not be probably that high. Step lights are usually about like 100 lumens or so. And if it's in a residence, I like 3000K or under. I like the warmer. You can do your own preference if they want 3000K. Just for those who don't know, a lot of you are probably lighting professionals and might know already, but those that don't, 3000K is actually the signal to our bodies through our eyes when it picks it up that it's like mimics the sunset, help create a sense of calm and prepares the body for sleep and relaxation. The wider 4000K and up is actually tells us it's time to be awake, alert, and be more productive. That's actually the benefit of color tuning, tunable white, where you can adjust the color of the white throughout the day to match. So on the inside, you're matching the sun outside, his theory. Best case scenario is to be outside all day long, but unfortunately, a lot of us work inside, so um, that's what we have to deal with. But see, you throw in a couple step lights like that, and then you still have it layered, and maybe you're doing instead of you can have some 2-inch downlights if you want, and those are on during the day. In the evening, the step lights kick on, and uh, maybe there's a couple wall sconces or a single wall sconce, something, it would be more decorative there, and it would be kind of creating a glow, but that ideally there would be a shield around it. Some other options you could do, let's see here. Let me mask that one. Is, they got linear tape light now, which is pretty cool. And that's not what it would look like. Let me show you here. I'm just gonna delete all these lights so they're out of the way. So again, we'll go back on this and am I talking too low? Sometimes I do that when I focus. 3000K, and we'll enable the shadows. And we'll switch this so we can rotate it. Whoops. Why aren't you working? Oh well. We'll turn it down to about 100 lumens. So you get that nice soft, and we can actually adjust the length here. So it's like spanning the run of the hallway, linear light. They actually make these now where you can, it's tape light. It's not box store tape light. There's lots of products out there like American Lighting, Kelvix, Qtran, Illumini. Man, there's so much. It's hard to choose from. But instead of going through the box store route, you can actually look up products or search local lighting reps in your area, and you can probably find their website, and they have tons of manufacturers to choose from with a lot better products than. Man, that's weird. Why is that not working? It never goes the way that you want it to. Let's see. Right when it's on the line here. Is there another crafty way I can rotate it? I can rotate it that way. Well, you kind of get the idea. What I was going for was I want to rotate this, but for some odd reason my rotate tool isn't working, as you can see. But imagine if you had a linear light there, and maybe to show the client if you wanted, if you're doing this, you can. And I'm sorry, this is a class on Twinmotion. This is more uh, like to give you some ideas, oh, of like how to light your space. Just some creative thinking ideas, different than the typical layout, or help you out if you want it, if that's what you want. It's just the generic layout. Oh, there we go. This little tool is working again now. That's great. You can put this in here and make it look like it's part of a light, and then come in here to materials, and they got neons. You can literally throw a neon there. No, maybe still resize that a little bit so it kind of looks like a LED glow in there, and then it's casting light. And then you can literally come up here. Well, that's great. You got light on the floor there, and you can see your pathway, which is really what you need for a hallway. If you don't want to do any art on the wall, the other option is you mirror that and bring it up here. Ooh, yeah, there's a good one that you can literally do. I forgot. I'm glad I was doing this. A graze light in the ceiling, kind of the same concept, except the light is in the ceiling and it's just washing the wall or grazing it. And that creates a really cool effect too. There's quite a few different options when you get into lighting design. It's very different than just placing cans down the hallway, which sometimes that's all you want. And that's okay too. Maybe you save the design and the flair for specific areas. Okay, getting on off topic. Let's bring it back around here to, let's go flip that 180 degrees. So what if you did the same thing and just mirrored it so that way you're lighting the floor, and then lighting, then you come take this, copy that, and paste it, then throw it in there. Kind of creates a totally different feel when you're getting ready to go down that hallway than the typical, um, like let's just look at that compared to something like this, you know. So maybe you save that for specific areas where you're like, oh man, I really want to wow some people in this area, and this area, you know what? It can be more generic lighting, and that's okay too. Um, there you go. I hope that was helpful. Maybe gave you some ideas on how to approach your lighting on your next project. Again, this is Travis with TK Lighting Design, and I hope you guys have an excellent day. Thanks.